Okay, obvious question. Wide receivers have special routes they like. Does a quarterback have, do you have a route that you just love to throw?
Yeah, I think I definitely got some routes that I enjoy throwing. I think more so it's the concepts that we run that I enjoy. So, every day working at practice and working with my guys in the field and then working with Coach Weiss and kind of figuring out what those concepts are. I enjoy like some smash concepts, just kind of low, high, low on the corner, easy read, just, finding completions, getting me in a rhythm. I think that's probably one of my favorite concepts right there. And then we got a couple guys that are really good at running those routes. And it's good for us, a lot of coverages. So, that's something that, I definitely enjoy and that I like right there.
What's your level of confidence with the offense and with just the program and everything now compared to where it was at start of spring?
Yeah, I think it's great now, having the whole off season. It's funny, I probably since my junior year of high school, I think this is the first time I've had the same offense in back-to-back years. So I've had a different coach, or they go into college, having a different scheme, and learning different terminologies, working with different coaches, working with different players. So it's definitely been great for me through the off season, just working with the guys and working with the same scheme, and kind of getting my second year to work with Coach Weiss and some of the players that we've got out here. So it's definitely helped me develop a lot of confidence.
How much do you think about the competition and what it would mean for you to take the first snap to get on the State?
Yeah, I think competition is great for any position. I think it's great for a team. I think it's great for the chemistry and culture of a team. I'm competing with these guys every single day, and they're pushing me, and I'm pushing them. And at the end of the day, whoever is out there, is going to give us the best chance to win. And these guys, coach is going to put us in the right spot, and they're going to make tough decisions. But these guys, they're all great guys. I love competing with them. We really got close as a group this off season and going into fall camp. So really looking forward to how it plays out and rest the 2 weeks of fall camp right here.
How much this off season did you put in? How much time did you put into really immersing yourself in this playbook?
I think kind of going back through the playbook through spring ball and then getting out on the field is for me the biggest thing. Working with the receivers, working with that timing, doing routes on air on our own, kind of as Coach was talking about a little earlier, going out and working those concepts, seeing them versus defenses, and walking through them. If there's problems, coming and talking about them and figuring them out, and then for me on my own, kind of just going over the stuff and making sure I know it like the back of my hand, and figuring out different checks that we can do to switch up versus different coverages and put us in the best position to be successful in that play.
How many guys would be out there in the off season when you would go out? You said that there was 2 sometimes last year, and how many guys?
Yeah, I think this year, kind of as a group, with that bowl council group that we have, I think we kind of all talked to each other and made the decision, hey, we're going to make sure that we're getting everybody out there. Obviously, people have conflicts with class and different, school, whatever it may be. But I think guys were starting to buy in this off season and putting in the work now, getting ready for the season and saying, hey, we don't know what the outcome is going to be, but hey, let's put the work in now, and whether we, win a bunch of games or lose a bunch of games, we're going to do what we can in the moment throughout the off season, just worry about each day, not really looking too far into the future, and getting out there and working. So yeah, we had plenty of guys. Pretty much the whole team was out there, and it was great to see. I love guys that are coming out and getting extra work in. It's been really motivating for us, especially going into the season now.
And Kate, have you seen that carry over through a week's worth of practices now? Are you pleased with what you've seen?
Yes, sir. I think, offense and defense, both sides of the ball, I think for us, like, the timing is huge. Me and my receivers, just the communication with different defenses, different schemes. We kind of wrinkled out, or evened out those wrinkles that we had kind of in the off season. We got them fixed, and we're working towards different things going into the season. And same for defense. They're doing the same thing, working against us, and they're figuring out the things that they need to do better. So I think we're a step ahead for sure coming into this fall camp.
There's plenty of competition at the wide receiver spot right now, plenty of competition in the secondary. Just as a quarterback, how much have you seen, those guys on the outside really step up their game, whether it be offense or defense?
Yeah, I think those guys are competing, and they love to compete, especially when we get into one-on-ones, and, it's man versus man, they're going out and they're working every single day, and, guys are talking, and, they have their, they get their bragging rights or whatever, but really these guys love to work and they love to compete. Guys making big plays, offense and defense. It's been really great to see, and then it's carrying over into the scale 7-on-7 and then into the team periods too.
All right, thank you, Cade.
Thank you.
Sure.
All right,
Appreciate
Jamie, I
it.
think you were here next. You're up. All right, Timmy McLean, big questions.
I'll throw the same question out at you, because I throw it to all the quarterbacks. Receivers have a favorite route. Do you have a go-to route? You just, this is my throw that I can make every down.
Yes, sir. It's the corner post. I've been playing that ever since high school, so that's really my favorite route to throw.
How's just the first few days of camp been for you?
It's been all right. It's been pretty good. I'm just learning the system now and trying to rep it as much as I can. Practicing it, going home, going over the playbook, just trying to be like those guys and those other guys, just so I can have the knowledge and stuff.
How much of a learning curve kind of have you had to, or has it been like since you came in from Seminole? Is there a lot of similar concepts? Is it is it completely new to you? What's it like?
It's just different terminology, really. Nothing's really new. It's just different terminology. Now I got to call the protection. In high school I didn't really have to call the protection, so that's pretty much my problem here is that I got to call the protection, know the protections, it is on certain plays and stuff.
How are you progressing as a passer?
I think I'm, progressing as a passer pretty well. There's some throws that I have to, hit the guy and play everything, but I think I'm doing pretty good. You got to keep practicing more.
Is there anything in particular about your mechanics or anything that you're really kind of trying to hone in on?
Yeah, just trying to get my deep ball right. Really just trying to put air up under. That's really as much like that's what I'm trying to practice on.
When I talked to you at Doak in Tallahassee, you were so excited that you were going to get Jimmy down here with you. Just what's it been like getting to work with him in green and gold?
It's pretty good. Same we got chemistry, so same thing we've been doing since high school, since we were boys. So.
Anything else for Timmy? All right, Trey, you're up.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, Travis Marsh.
Same question. What's your favorite route?
I got a strong arm. I like to throw it. I like to throw a post, big post. But anything you put out there in front of me, I'll throw it.
When you go back to that Cincinnati game last year, you get thrown in, you throw 4 interceptions, just don't have the game that you want to have. How much have you progressed since that game to now?
I think I got much better. It was just learning the system. Back then, I just didn't know who I was hot off. It was just little things like that I could have did better. But I done got better. I done picked up the protections and stuff like that. So if I was to play that game tomorrow, that got to be picked up.
Was it kind of almost mental roadblock's the right term, but was there a different mindset that you felt you had to adopt after that game?
I think I could have approached it in a different way. I just went out there thinking it was going to be like high school, the game was going to be how I played it, but the game was much faster in college, so I just had to have a different approach to it.
What's the spring been like for you, or what's this fall been like for you so far? How have you done?
Fall been good, competing with all the quarterbacks has been good. Working on timing with the with the receivers, and then building chemistry with the whole offense has been amazing.
Hey, Travis, you mentioned competing with the other quarterbacks. Coach Stapp mentioned he's very pleased with how 4 of you have been working together. Can you talk about the chemistry the 4 of you have built together on and off the field?
Yeah, it's just little things like, communicating with each other. Like when I first got here, I barely knew some of the names, where they're from, just like getting the bond, you know, going out somewhere, going to coach house, just creating that bond that we can build so we can be one.
How much do you think about quarterback competition?
I think about it a lot, but you know, I don't put the stress on myself. You know, I just play my game and just let decisions be made by the coaches.
How much is it like, you know, trying to beat each other out, breathing down one another's neck versus, you know, supporting, picking each other up? Whenever you talk about the competition in the quarterback room.
I won't even say beating each other up, because if anyone of them make a good throw, I'm going to be cheering them up. If I make a good throw, they'll be cheering me up. If I see a read that one of them miss, be like, hey, I'll point it out to them, and we'll know, like, we'll go back to it. So it's not nothing hard about it. We just like to communicate with each other.
Any wide receivers that have quickly become maybe your favorite target this fall so far?
All of them.
All of them.
All of them. But I'll say Weaver, Xavier Weaver, Jimmy coming along, Bryce Miller, OD, Omarion.
Yeah.
Omarion.
You guys are in a, you know, when you look at the slot receiver position, especially, you obviously got talent on the outside, but when you look at the slot receiver position, you got three guys between Bryce and OD and now Jimmy that can really, really make plays. How much pressure does that take off of you as a quarterback to maybe not feel like you have to hit the go route, but you got a guy coming across the middle like that?
For me, it's amazing. Like knowing I can get the ball out and my receiver can make a play after he catch the ball. So knowing I have a fast guy in the slot, just put the ball in his hands and for him to make a play is amazing.
Anything else for Travis? All right, thanks, sir.
Thank you.
All right, Darren.
Jimmy, you guys, yeah, you can roll. Thank you.
Thank you, Travis. All right, Darren Williams. Take question.
Yeah, you're looking right at me, you know what's coming. Fourth down, timeout, you walk over to the sideline and coach goes, what do you want to throw? What's it going to be?
I really like throwing the hitch in the slot to the boundary with the dig on the outside, roll it 12 to 14 yards. Just really getting a high-low read on that backer. You know, if he squeezes, you'll be able to rip the dig behind him. And if he doesn't, then you can just pop him on the hitch and take the easy money. But that's probably my favorite play. I've been running it in high school, ran it in college, and even here, so it's probably my favorite concept.
You like that quick read?
I like the quick read, yeah. And then if it's cloudy, you know, you get a quarter's look, you can always go to the field. You got your smash concept to the field, so, you know, that's very good versus cloud. So it just kind of depends on what the defense is giving you, but there's answers everywhere.
You were one of the first guys on this team to sign an NIL deal, if I remember correctly. Just, you know, how's that been? You know, how's the experience been? You know, kind of going through the process of getting the deal, signing it, and just kind of the first few weeks after it.
Honestly, it's been a huge blessing just being able to connect with the guys that run college hunks like Omar, Mike Murphy, guys like those, and really just pick their minds and, you know, use them as mentors, you know, because, you know, we're more than just football players. You know, at the end of the day, football ends for everybody at some point. So I think it was a great way for me to just, you know, network, build relationships, and really kind of see the Tampa market.
So obviously this is your first quarterback competition. When you won the job at Pioneer, I remember you saying that you were almost a little bit surprised that you got it. How does that experience kind of help you, help shape you and how you're viewing this?
Really, just knowing how to work, knowing what it takes, you know, knowing the sacrifices you have to make to get to that point. Sometimes it may take you a little bit longer, you know, just depending on where you're at. But just understanding that you just have to be all in committed, you know, with the physical work and the film work, you know, at night, watching an hour of film every night, meetings, just doing extra, and really just giving yourself that extra push to, you know, separate yourself.
How do you feel like you kind of come in since this spring in terms of your familiarity with the offense? Because obviously you didn't have it last season.
Right. Honestly, I felt like I was in spring. I was getting it pretty good. You know, in film meetings. You know, I had a couple of mistakes. You know, out there on the field, and that was just me cleaning up my mechanics, being able to make the throws and being accurate. Also getting my weight down. You know, came in at 240,
Now I'm down to 210, so just being able to move better in the pocket and be able to make those throws.
What was your weight at Miami?
I played at 215.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are other differences between you now and then, whether on the field or off the field?
When I was at Miami,
Yeah, just the differences.
my mentality, 100%. You know, I wouldn't be the person that I am today if I didn't go through that. So, you know, the transfer portal, you know, a lot of people don't understand, but it does play a lot on your mental, and it's either gonna break you or make you. So if you know, find it deep inside yourself and keep pushing through it, you'll come out on the better side.
When you got the call from Coach Scott and Coach Weiss, you know, back earlier this year, or even if it was last, you know, just what was going through your mind? You know, what was your thoughts and emotions?
Honestly, I was very excited. You know, I already knew a lot about Coach Scott, just, you know, being the wide receiver coach at Clemson, the OC. Also Coach Wise too. I remember him when he was at Bama with Lane Kiffin. So I kind of already had a familiarity with him, but I was excited just because I know their offensive minds, and that's one thing I told myself. You know, when picking my next school, you know, I'm looking to play for an offensive-minded head coach and OC. So you know, doing my research on them, being able to talk to them and communicate with them, just realizing that, you know, they're also great people. You know what I'm saying? It's more than just football. You know, it's a family feeling, and you know, their biggest thing is building young men and helping us be successful in life. And that really stuck out to me. You know, aside from the football part, because the football part I checked the box, but it was the other boxes for me that I was looking for, and they definitely checked the boxes.
Sorry, how so? What did you see during the recruiting process that said these guys are, you know, the football's there, but it's the other stuff, the family stuff that really
Right.
speaks to
You know, I've been recruited in high school, been recruited, so I kind of understand the recruiting process. So there's certain things I look for in the conversations, and you know, when we were conversating, it was just a very genuine vibe. My intuition, you know, I never go against my intuition. So you know, I got that gut feeling just from talking to them from day to day, checking up on me. You know, how you doing? You know, because you know, I went to Garden City to get my associate's degree because I had to sit out a whole year, and you know, not being out there on the field was you know, it was a challenge for me mentally, and you know, just the fact that they, you know, checked in on me, asked me how I was doing, you know, no one asked me how I was doing, so it just really meant a lot, and you know, I just really felt like they cared about me as a person.
When you look at, you know, the schedule that you were coming into for this year, you know, getting a crack at NC State, you know, an ACC opponent that you faced at Miami, you know, BYU, Florida, when you looked at the schedule, were those kind of look at those as opportunities to kind of prove some folks wrong 100%. That may have been saying stuff when you left at Miami?
100%. You know, I did look at the schedule. You know, I played Florida first game, my redshirt freshman year, and unfortunately we came up short. But yeah, I was excited seeing BYU, Cincinnati, all those teams that, you know, are you know, on the big stage right now, and just being able to have opportunity to go out there and compete and really just, you know, show the world, you know, who I am.
How do you think you played that Florida game?
I critique myself a lot, so you know, I'm not gonna, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a lot of things I could have done a lot better, but at the same time, I do feel like I put us in a position to win that game. So you know, unfortunately, you know, three